blankets feel like super glue in the morning? Well, sis, hey booze, hey, do your blankets feel like super glue in the morning? Well, sis, it's time to shake them off. Welcome to Wake Up Happy Sis, the show that jumpstarts your day with a bang. We're strolling down these self-care streets as we navigate the maze of wellness and healing. We're helping you live happy, healed, and whole. And we do it all with a hearty dose of belly laughs for good measure. Stay tuned and get ready to wake up happy, sis. Hey, booze. Hey, it's your girl, Leanne Dulce, Chief Self-Love Officer over here at Wake Up Happy Sis, and you're tuned in to the Wake Up Happy Sis show. We're broadcasting live on KCCR Cityscape Radio, where we are changing the narrative for our people because we're telling our stories our way. So today's episode is Secure the Bag, Mastering Your Money Mindset. And it's really all about unlocking your financial potential and aligning with abundance. Okay. National Dollar Day is coming up tomorrow. And we're really going to be diving deep into how your thoughts create your financial reality and how to break those limiting beliefs that you may have around money. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, your favorite morning drink, and get ready for a transformative little show that I got for you today. That hopefully is going to set you on the path to financial empowerment. Sharonda is not feeling well today, so it's just going to be me here today. You just got me, okay? But it's going to be all right. We're going to make it do what it do. Good morning, Tanya. Good morning, sunshine. Hope you're doing well over there. So, the first part that I want to talk about is the power of having a money mindset. Okay. And I really want to explore the impact that your mindset has on your financial reality. Because your beliefs about money can either propel you towards wealth or they really can hold you back. Okay. So let's uncover kind of how to harness a powerful money mindset to really build the financial life you desire. Okay. What am I looking for? I got a lot going on today, guys. I'm not feeling too hot myself, but it's okay because we're going to make it do what it do, right? Okay, so give me 1 second because we got some issues going on here. Technical difficulties. There's always a technical difficulty. Something always going on, you know? All right. Bam, 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 bam. I love this. Okay, so let's talk about it, right? Now, our beliefs around money really are often shaped by our upbringing, but also by societal influences, right? Now, if you grew up hearing that money is the root of all evil, rich people are greedy, blah, 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 right? Those beliefs can subconsciously sabotage your financial success because you put it in here, right? Every time somebody said money is the root of all evil, which it isn't, money is a tool, right? Every time somebody said that, it got in here and it got ingrained in here. So now your thoughts of money are going to be colored by that, right? Now, according to a study by the Journal of Financial Planning, individuals with a positive money mindset are more likely to achieve financial success. Now, when you recognize and you start reshaping those beliefs, you really can open the door to wealth. Okay. Now, the law of attraction suggests that we attract what we focus on, right? I'm a firm believer in that. Now, when you cultivate an abundance mindset, you can actually attract wealth and opportunities. But the same goes on the opposite side. If you are constantly focused on lack, the lack that you feel you have in your finances, that's what you're drawing more to, right? That's what you're drawing more to you. So we don't want that, right? Now, Dr. Carol Dweck's research on mindset shows that those who believe in abundance are more resilient and motivated, leading to greater financial success. You have to focus on what you want instead of focusing on what you lack. Okay? Focus on what you want, but do it in a way that, let's say, you have a financial goal of making $150,000 in your business. How are you going to feel when you reach that goal? Right? How do you speak to yourself about that goal? How do you think about that goal? Do you think it's achievable? Right? You have to first believe you can do it. You have to have that faith. You have to be able to see it before you see it, or you will never see it. Okay? Because if I can't see my end result, I can't see my business being profitable. I just don't think, like, I don't feel that that's a thing. Like, some people have a block when they think, well, $1 million is a lot of money. I'll never make that much money in my business. That's what you're going to draw to you. And so as you speak it, it is true. So we have to reframe our conversations with money, around money, that we have with ourselves first, right? When you constantly are saying things like, oh, I can't afford that, what does it reinforce? It reinforces a scarcity mindset. Okay. You want to shift to more empowering statements like, I'm learning to manage my money effectively. Right. When you get up in the morning and when you go right before you go to sleep at night, say some abundance and wealth affirmations. Right. That is going to help you get into that mindset. And especially when you say it right before you're going to sleep, because now that's what's going to be in your mind when you go to sleep. You can also play um, different solfeggio frequencies that are wealth and abundance related, right? And play that while you sleep. Record your affirmations over the frequencies and just let them play, right? We're rewiring our brain, right? Now, let's talk about visualization, because visualization is a powerful tool to help you achieve your goals. Now, you want to vividly imagine that success, that end result, whatever the goal is you're setting, see it, right? You're creating a mental blueprint that's going to guide your actions, but you have to see it. I close my eyes and I can see my business prospering. I can see, okay, I got all these orders coming in, or I've got, all these service requests. I've got 1,000 members in my community, right? My paid community. How am I going to feel? What am I going to look like? Right? Am I working in a home office? Am I going to be in my own office? You've got to be able to create that mental blueprint, right? Olympic athletes use visualization to enhance performance, and you can use it to enhance your financial performance. So each day, like I say, when I say you're doing your affirmations in the morning, make visualization a part of that. Take a few minutes each morning and visualize it, and then say your affirmations, right? Because what you're doing is you're bringing multiple tools together to help rewire your brain about how you see finances, how you view money, your relationship to money, your relationship to yourself, baby. That's what we got to do. We out here trying to get to the bag, okay? But it starts here. It starts here. Everything else is going to flow from here and here. So I got to tell myself and catch myself every time I'm talking negatively about money or about my situation, my circumstances, my finances, all of that, right? Now, to foster this new growth oriented money mindset, you have to embrace continuous learning and adaptability, right? You have to know that there are going to be setbacks. But our financial setbacks, you have to look at them as opportunities for growth, not failures. It's a setback, it's not a roadblock that you can't go around. It's a temporary setback, right? You want to stay curious, you want to stay open to new financial strategies because that's how you're going to position yourself for sustained wealth. Now, that does not mean you jump on every bandwagon of everything that you've seen, especially some of the stuff you see on TikTok, right? You see on Instagram. Actually do the work, do your research into different strategies. You can learn about cryptocurrency, you can learn about investing in the stock market, right? You can learn about starting your own business. There's so many things that you can learn, that you can implement. But we have to be open to it, right? We got to be open to learning. Learning is a lifelong journey. There's always something new. So we have to become good stewards of our education, right? That's what we got to do. So, what are some practical ways that we can go about changing our money mindset? Start with self awareness, okay? You want to monitor your self talk. Remember, we're replacing our negative self talk, our limiting beliefs, the negative statements that come into our mind and sometimes come out of our mouth with positive affirmations. We're going to continue learning. We're going to research. We're going to dig in and do the hard work to learn about financial literacy, books, courses, right? And then also surround yourself with people who are financially successful and seek mentorship from them, right? Most times they will help you. They'll show you. They will guide you. But you have to be open and you can't be scared. Because a closed mouth don't get fed and scared money don't make money, right? Now, these steps can create an environment that's conducive to having a positive money mindset. And remember, we're changing here first, okay? Now, just how does that positive money mindset impact our financial decisions, right? It fosters confidence and resilience and enables better financial decisions. Because when you are confident, You move differently, right? You think differently. You act differently. You got a different little swag to you, right? That's what you need. But the resilience part comes in because there's always going to be setbacks, right? There's always going to be setbacks. And we just have to look at it as an opportunity, an area of improvement, not as a failure. Now, when you believe in your ability, you're really more likely to take calculated risks and pursue some new opportunities. Remember, we have to be open to opportunities to come to us. If we're staying so closed off, things are not going to come our way, right? Good morning, Be More Humble Crafts. Good morning. Good morning. Now, let's talk about these limiting beliefs. Because just how do we break these beliefs that we've had for 30, 40, maybe 50 years, right? Because you have to identify them first so that you can break them, these limiting beliefs, because it's crucial to achieving your financial freedom. I was watching TikTok and this guy said there are that poor people, then you have your middle class people, and then you have wealthy people. They all view money differently. It was Myron Golden. Okay. He said poor people are fearful of money, right? They're concerned more with, I need to make enough money to pay these bills. So money is tied to bills, it's tied, right? Because they're trying to just survive. They're trying to just survive. Then you have your middle class people who really, when they look at money, they look at it as a way to pay the credit lines, right? Pay their credit lines on time so that they can buy things that they can't generally afford, right? So everything's on credit. Everything's on credit. I'm keeping my good credit so that I can buy these things that are honestly outside of my income bracket. So you're not looking at it, the money, in the right way. It's still more of a fearful relationship, because if you don't have the money, you can't pay your bills on time, then you can't afford these things that you really can't afford, right? You can't get the things you really can't afford. And then you have rich people who learn that money is a tool to make more money. They use their money and they leverage their money to make more money. They're not focused on paying the bills. Myron Golden said he doesn't pay his bills. His companies pay his bills, right? His companies pay his bills. He don't pay his bills. He pays himself, right? So we have to get these limiting beliefs out of the way so that we can get to understanding that money is a tool to make more money, so that we can honestly live the lives that we want. And we're no longer focused on money as a means to an end, as not a means to an end, as keeping our lifestyle. Like, I have to be worried that my rent is paid or my mortgage is paid, that my lights don't get cut off, right? That's that fear-based relationship that you don't have when you're rich. They're not worried about that. And even if they lose money, most rich people have, what they say, gained and lost their fortunes 3 or 4 times, because they're not worried about it, because they know how to make money back, right? They know how to make it back. It's a means to an end. They use their money to make more money. Now, Many of us are held back by common financial barriers such as fear of risk, fear of failure, and we have a scarcity mindset, right? Because we're looking at money as I need money to pay these bills so that I can live. Or I need money so I can pay my creditors on time so I can have a good credit score so I can buy the things that I normally can't afford, right? Now these barriers, they really can prevent us from taking the necessary financial steps like investing or starting a business because we are too fearful. We're not going to take any calculated risks, right? Now, recognizing these barriers that are here is the first step to overcoming them. We cannot overcome what we can't state, right? Now, fear of failure, it is a major limiting belief that really can hinder your financial success and your financial progress. Fear of failure is why you won't invest in the stock market. Fear of failure is why you won't buy Bitcoin. You won't invest in Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, right? Fear of failure is why we play it safe. I'm not going to start that business because what if nobody buys? Now, this often stems from past experiences and societal pressures. Now, first, we have to embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Look at it as a learning opportunity because that can transform your financial outlook, right? You got to reframe it. It's not a failure, it's an opportunity for growth, an area of growth for you, right? Now, when we look at a scarcity mindset, that really focuses on lack and limitation. It really prevents you from seeing great opportunities that are coming to you. Now, when you shift to an abundance mindset from a scarcity mindset, where you're going to focus on possibilities, you're going to focus on growth, that can change your financial reality. A study by Stanford University School of Business found that individuals with an abundance mindset are more likely to engage in proactive financial behaviors. Because now we've got rid of our fear of failure. Now we have an abundance mindset. Then I can maybe take some calculated risks because I've done my homework. Because remember, we're going to make learning a continuous thing on our financial journey. Now, procrastination, baby, that's a big limiting, right? That's a big limiter in our lives. And it really often stems from fear or you're feeling overwhelmed, right? Now, how do we get past that? Make your list. 6 things that you need to get done today. Make your list. And then break that down into time blocks. When am I going to work on this task, this task, this task? And start checking things off. You can do it by the snowball method, meaning I'm going to put the quick topics first, right? But what I like to do is I like to put the most important tasks, not necessarily the fastest, those most important or urgent things first thing in the morning, because that's when you have critical mass of your brain power. You don't want to save that for the end of the day when you're tired, you're overwhelmed, right? Do it when your brain is at its best. It's operating. All your cylinders are firing. Okay. That's when you do it. Pick those hard tasks on your 6 list. And then at the end of the day, you see how many of the things of the 6 you got done? The ones you didn't, they become the beginning of your 6 list for the next day. And when you use time blocking, right? Work in 45-minute increments, 30-minute increments, an hour increment, hour and a half. You have to find the time that works best for you, right? I say no longer than 1 hour at a time, and then get up, walk around, take a 15-minute break. So that's why I do 45 minutes. For me, that's a really good amount of time. Then I take a 15-minute break, and then I'm on to the next block of time. And if you're somebody who has to write it out, write it out. Put it in your phone. Plan out when you're going to work on those things, right? Because that's what's going to help you. That's what's going to help you get over that procrastination, because you have a plan and you've broken your tasks into small, manageable steps, right? So now it doesn't seem so daunting. We're only looking at the next step. We're not looking at the top. Just look at that next step. What are the key things that I need to do today to move my business forward, to move my financial success forward, right? And then you need to build financial confidence, because having confidence in your financial decisions and decision-making skills, it is essential for your success, right? And this is going to be built by education, by experience, meaning you got to take some calculated risks. You got to jump on out there. You got to jump out there and you got to try things. If you don't get the experience, if you don't try new things, how are you honestly going to learn? These Olympic athletes train their whole lives to make it. They don't get there and stop. They're always training, always trying to improve. We have to take that same energy and put it around our financial prowess, our financial progress, our financial literacy, financial empowerment, whatever you want to call it, right? Now, and you also need to get support. That means you might need to hire a financial planner who can help you create a budget that you can stick to, that can help you identify where you may be wasting money and you could be optimizing things better, right? You might engage in financial literacy programs. Again, surround yourself with people who are financially fit, and ask and seek for a mentor, right? Ask them to mentor you. Can I just talk to you? We have a 30-minute call once a month. You pay for lunch, right? And you need to put yourself in a community of people who are supportive, who understand what you're doing, where you're trying to go, and can help you get there. Because all of these things are going to help enhance your financial confidence. You have to try some things, okay? Because that's the only way you're going to get better at making solid financial decisions, on taking calculated risks. That's the only way you can do it. You got to jump out there. You've got to be scared and do it anyway. That's courage, right? Now, if you really do have a fear of failure, like a crippling fear of failure that stops you from doing a lot of things, you really have to start embracing failure as a learning opportunity. And you need to speak those words out of your mouth to yourself. This is just a setback. This is a chance for me to grow and to improve in this area. I want you to look back at those past failures and identify the lessons that you've learned out of them. Write them down if you need to, right? Affirm the wins that you have, don't matter how small. If you started and you have been able to save $50 every paycheck, that is to be celebrated. Changes don't happen overnight. It took you're trying to break down 30 plus years of limiting beliefs. It's not going to just happen overnight, right? It's not. It's going to take time. But being consistent, having that community, digging in, baby, you are going to be successful. You're going to be. You have to know that in here and in here, right? And if you find that you start, maybe you need to break your financial goals into smaller, manageable tasks. Start in one area. Don't try to eat the whole elephant at one time, right? Eat it one bite at a time and be consistent. Plan it into your day so that when you see, okay, I've got this, I've got this, I've got this, that repetition builds consistency. Anything you do for at least 21 days can become an unconscious habit. So the days you don't want to, do it anyway. When you're tired, do it anyway, right? And make sure you are investing in your education. You have to invest in yourself at the level at which you want results. You ain't going to become a millionaire with a little $20 investment, right? That means you might have to buy books. You might have to pay courses, workshops, coaches. But what it's going to do is set you on the path for success. And that's what we're trying to do here, right? We're trying to put ourselves on a path for success. And it starts by getting rid of those limiting beliefs. Stop talking down to yourself. Watch what you say about money. Catch yourself and reframe it immediately. Speak it out your mouth. Say it in your mind, right? We've got to do all these things. Because, like I said, I'm 53. Excuse me, I'm 53. We grew up poor. But that didn't mean that I have to keep that my whole life. Right? Let me get some water, y'all. Ooh, okay. Right? When we know better, we do better. And sometimes our parents taught us the best that they could. They gave us the best that they had. But sometimes they left us with some really bad concepts of money. They left us with a scarcity mindset because maybe that's all they had, that's all they knew. They left us with poor money management skills because no one taught them. You have to be the one that's going to stop the train, get off, and get on the prosperity train, right? You can change your life. You can change your outcome at any time. Now, we're going to take a brief pause for the cause. You've been tuned in to the Wake Up Happy Sis show on KCCR Cityscape Radio, where we're changing the narrative for our people because we're telling our stories our way. We'll be right back after these brief words. Hey, sis. Ever feel like you're on the verge of a meltdown? Are you overwhelmed from juggling your job, your family, and trying to fit in me time, but seriously dropping the ball on that last one? Guess what? You're not alone. Introducing the Burnout Recovery Kit. It's your 14-day lifeline to go from burnt out to lit up. Get ready to reclaim your joy, energy, and that I got this attitude. Grab your free ebook, a purpose-driven workbook, daily email prompts, as well as SMS boosters and Q&A sessions. It's like a spa day for your soul, and guess what? It's totally free. Don't waste another minute feeling drained. Go to officialburnoutrecoverykit.com right now and kickstart your transformation. The Burnout Recovery Kit, because you deserve to be at the top of your own to-do list. Don't just cope, thrive, sis. And we are back. Thank you for staying with me. Um, Now I really want to talk about and give you some strategies for financial empowerment, okay? Because we've addressed our mindset, we've talked about the barriers and our limiting beliefs. Now we need strategies. And these tips are going to help you take control of your finances and building lasting wealth. I didn't say being rich. Wealth is beyond rich. Wealth is what you pass down generations, right? It's about more than money. So, first thing, get your budget together. Okay. Budgeting is the foundation of your financial health. Okay. You want to start by tracking your income and your expenses because you want to identify spending patterns. Now, you want to create a budget that's going to align with your financial goals. So, if you have a thing where you will say, you know what, I want to save and be able to have 6 months' salary in savings at all times. That may mean you have to cut back on some of the fun things that you do so that you can put more money into your savings until you reach that goal, right? Heavy investment on the front end so that you don't have to be scrimping and cutting corners because you can't afford, right? We want to be able to have money in case something happens. We want to be able to have an emergency fund, right? But you got to have that discipline. And it starts with your budget, okay? Now, you want to prioritize saving. So, you set aside a percent of your salary or your pay each pay period, okay? Maybe it's 10%. Maybe, start small. Start with what you can afford. But in having that budget and looking at what you're spending, take all your credit cards, all your debit cards, and really go through to come up with how much you're spending on each thing so that you're getting a realistic budget. And then track it. Once you've got a year, you can average, right? Hey, on average, I spent this much money on groceries. And break that up to 12, right? So now you know, okay, $400 a month for groceries. We got to have our budget, Okay. The next thing is investing. It is a powerful tool to build wealth. You need to understand the different types of investments like stocks, bonds, real estate. Okay. You want to start with low risk investments and then gradually diversify your portfolio. If you're younger, you might be able to have more risk because you have more time to leave that money in the market. It might go up and down, but it's going to go back up, right? You have more time to wait it out versus somebody who's in their 40s that is looking to retire in 10, 15 years, right? You may not want to have as much risk. So, the key is really to start early and to stay consistent. So, go out there and learn. Get some books, take some courses, learn about investing, right? They have ways where you can invest in real estate, you can invest in hotels to where it's not like you have to have $100,000 investment. You might have a couple of $1,000, $10,000 that you want to invest, and you can buy into being an owner of a hotel, right? You can buy land, you can flip houses, right? So, a study by Fidelity Investments found that even small, regular investments can grow significantly over time due to compound interest. Okay. Now, we have to manage our debt as well, right? We want that debt to income ratio to go down. We want to lower our debt. So managing your debt effectively is really crucial, okay? You want to focus on paying off high interest debt first, meaning like your credit cards, right? You can use strategies like the snowball method, like I said before, where you pay off smaller debts first to build momentum, or you can tackle the big ones first and say, okay, I know I got this big debt, but I'm going to start chipping away at that one, right? Pay more than the minimum on your cards, right? And then lean away from using your cards all the time. Or be strategic. If you have a card that has points and you get rewards and stuff, maybe you use that to pay all your bills. So you're getting your usage and then you pay it off because you have the money in your account. So you're going to pay your bills on the credit card and then you're going to pay it off before it hits that interest time. So you will not have even gained interest or much interest on that, right? There's a lot of little tools that you can use to help you manage your debt effectively and to not be so reliant on cards, right? Nobody's saying credit's a bad thing. We just need to manage it effectively, right? And then you want to build multiple income streams. Let me say that again. You need to build multiple income streams. You need to diversify your income sources because that's going to enhance your financial security. Get you a side hustle, do a little freelance work, or use some passive income strategies, right? You might have rental properties. You might have investments. You might have an investment club that you're a part of. But find ways to make money in a variety of different streams. Boom, boom, boom. right? You can have digital products so that you don't have to, your order fulfillment and all that can be automated. You can sell digital products. So now you don't have to hold inventory. All you really got to do is have the content and invest in advertising. But that's a great way to build up income. Investing in real estate. You might just be an investor, not the person doing the projects. You might just be an investor. So now you're just going to sit back and reap the rewards once the project's done. Now, obviously, that's a longer term end goal because if it's in a house, that's not going to be a 1-2 month return. It might be up to a year, right? Depending on the project. But it's a way that you can have your money make money for you, have a wealthy mentality around money, right? And then create a financial plan that outlines your short term and your long term goals. What do I want in the next 3 to 6 months, maybe year? What do I want? Where do I want to be financially in 5 years, 10 years, right? We got to know what our plan is. Now, this could include saving for a home, saving for your retirement, starting a business. And then you have to regularly review and adjust your plan. A great way to do that is to hold meetings. You might be the only person in there, or you might invest in a financial planner, a person or a company who can help you create this financial plan and set these goals, right? Because when you have a solid financial plan and you know where you're going, you know your milestones, you're going to feel more financially secure. You're going to feel more financially secure because you got a plan. And you know what they say, when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Okay? Now, now I know you're like, Leanne, well, how do I create a budget? One, there are a lot of free templates online, software on your phone, right? That can help you create a budget. But you can just start with an Excel spreadsheet or Google spreadsheets and just track your income and your expenses for a month. Now you want to categorize your spending and identify areas for adjustment. Hey, I spent a lot of money going out to eat. Maybe I'll start meal prepping and I will limit my going out to eat or eating out once a week, twice a month, something like that, right? And take that money that I was spending over there and I'm going to now to divert that to my savings. That could easily be a couple $100 that you now have going into savings, right? Make sure that you're reviewing it regularly. That's the thing. It's the review and adjustment that's important. And like I said, once you've got 6 months to a year, now you have something to look back on. Okay, what was my spending each month? Hmm. Now you can see patterns because you can have, these are my expenses, these are the months going across the top. And now I can see, hmm, right? Now, how do you build multiple income streams? Best way I feel like is look at what are your skills and your hobbies that can be monetized. What are problems that are in the world that can be solved by a skill or a hobby that you are currently doing or you love, right? You can get freelance work. You can go on Fiverr. You can go on Upwork, right? And people can pay you for that work. You could also have a digital product company and you are selling journals, planners, workbooks, you're selling ebooks, whatever, right? Coloring books. And these are digital, right? So you don't have to hold stock, hold inventory. Invest in the stock market, invest in real estate. These are ways that you can have a diverse income source base. So when one goes down, you're not panicked. If you lose your job, you've got other things that can help while you find another job. Or maybe your side gig becomes your main gig, right? But you have to have something to start with first. You have to have some other things. Now, don't go trying to do 5 new things. Pick one new area, focus on that, build that out. Then you can come back around and add something else to your streams. Don't overwhelm yourself trying to do too many things at once, right? Because then when you're overwhelmed, what happens? We start procrastinating. We stop doing the things that we need to do. That's important. Now, how do you align with abundance? That's how we're going to close out today. Now, to truly secure the bag, we need to align ourselves with the energy of abundance. We need to operate at a higher level, right? No, thank you. Hey, Paulette. So, how do we align with the energy of abundance? Practice gratitude. Gratitude is one of the best ways to shift from lack to an abundance mindset. Regularly acknowledging and appreciating what you have can attract more positive experiences. Remember, we attract what we focus on. So if we're focusing on lack, we're attracting lack. If we're focusing on abundance, we're attracting abundance. Have you ever found that when you are just not feeling well, you're in a shitty mood, all of a sudden, it seems like more shitty things happen. And you're just like, I can't take one more bad thing. Try shifting your perspective. Try focusing on gratitude, being grateful for the good things that are going on in your life. Get yourself some positive affirmations, wealth based positive affirmation, abundance based positive affirmations, because they help reprogram your subconscious mind to align with wealth and abundance. And the subconscious is really here to help us implement the things that the conscious mind is saying it wants or needs. That's the job of the subconscious, right? So you might have affirmations like, I am worthy of financial success. Money flows to me effortlessly. People love to pay me. I effortlessly make large amounts of money. I am wealth I am wealthy. Whatever, right? I have a bunch of affirmations that I say, right? And it's very easy. You just say them. And I repeat them throughout the day. You can write them, say them. So now you're getting it multiple ways. Read it, write it, speak it, right? And do this daily. We already talked about visualization earlier in the show. That visualization is going to help you create a mental picture. And I don't even like it to be a picture, I like it to be a movie, okay? A mental movie of your desired financial state. You know what you're going to look like at the end, you know what you're going to feel like. Pick your Picture the outfit you're going to have on, where you're going to be, what you're going to be doing when you reach that. How is it going to feel? You have to see those things because it enhances motivation and it can help keep you focused because you see it. As soon as you close your eyes, you can see it clear as day. Every day, spend a few minutes doing that. Visualize, then you can meditate on your with your affirmations, right? 5 minutes. First 10 minutes you get up, you can easily do that. Now, you also need to surround yourself with positivity. Your environment really does play a crucial role in shaping your mindset. Okay? You want these positive influences, friends, mentors, uplifting content, happy music, right? It's important because all of these things can help reinforce that abundance mindset that we are building. Okay? And then finally, give back because generosity creates a flow of abundance. Be a blessing, and blessings will always flow to you. And we're not being a blessing so that we can get blessings. It's not how it works. You be a blessing because it's the right thing to do. But you need to give back because when you give, excuse me, you are signaling the universe that you have more than enough. And that fosters a mindset of abundance. And the universe is going to return to us what? More of what we're focusing on. So as we bless others, we too will be blessed. I firmly believe that. It might be donating money, it might be volunteering, it might just be helping people in need when you see it. But giving back can definitely attract more wealth. You might meet somebody while you're doing work, volunteer work, that feeds into your business or helps you start a whole new line of business. Remember, we talked about multiple streams of income? You never know, right? You never know where your next blessing is coming from. So be a blessing, and you too will be blessed. Make a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things at the end of the day that you are grateful for. You could do it at the beginning of the day, right? Now, get your affirmations. Money flows to me easily. I am financially prosperous. I'm financially abundant. I am wealthy, right? There are so many. You can literally go online and find wealth and abundance affirmations. Do a quick little Google search and find the ones that you feel really resonate with you and speak of them as if you have whatever it is now, right? That's what I like to do. I like to make mines like I have it right now because I do. Everything I need is already within me. Sometimes I just haven't tapped into it here yet. So I'm just calling forth that which is here to come out because it's already there. Sometimes we just don't believe it. So I want you to remember as we close the show, I really want you to remember that your financial success does start with your mindset at all times. I want you to embrace your abundance. I want you to break those limiting beliefs so that you can secure the bag. You have the power to create the wealth and the life that you deserve. So keep shining, keep thriving, and as always, wake up happy, sis. Love and light, y'all. We'll see you next time. Thank you for tuning in for another episode